Hello everyone. Today I'm gonna do an unplanned video. I'm going to show you how easy it is to install Scanguage3 on a 15 Forerunner and show how you can set up your tire pressure monitor and other monitoring parameters on a Scanguage3. So the reason being, we are doing some projects in the house, so we have to move furniture and a lot of stuff into the garage, leaving the cars outside, and my wife's Forerunner is showing a low tire pressure warning on the dash. So she got scared. She took my Forerunner to work. So my Forerunner is a newer 15 Forerunner where you have the tire pressure numbers, the PSI numbers on dash, and on this 2019 Forerunner doesn't have that. So I'm going to use the Scanguage3 to show the tire pressures on each tire. So even though she get a low tire pressure warning, she can see on the Scanguage3 what are the pressures, if it is safe to drive. So after about a mile or two, the tires get heated and the tire pressure warning goes off. Alright, so let's do a quick unboxing. So I have the new Scanguage3 and let's unbox it. First you have the suction mount. If you are going to mount it to the windshield, you have the suction mount. So let's do it again. So this is the windshield mount. I'm not planning to use this, but we'll see. Seems to be a magnetic mount. We'll see. We'll test that. I'm trying to just stick down on this Forerunner. Let's keep this aside. Next, you have the cable for the Scanguage. So this is like a Ethernet cable on one side and the OBD2 on the other side. So you can see the OBD2 on one side, and this side is a Ethernet cable. And then we have the main unit and some cards and a manual. And we have the main unit. So comes with this case. And this is the main unit. In the back you have the Ethernet cable that you can connect. And let's plug this in and see how it goes. So on the Forerunner, you reach underneath like this. You can see that port. You plug in like that. Easy. And then I'm going to route the wire through here to that side. Alright, so I have got the wire to this side from the OBD port to this side. So I'm planning to remove this trim panel and keep the Scanguage like so. So like this. Alright, to remove this trim piece, you need to hold it firmly and push it straight out. And then now think how to get the wire here. Alright, that should be good. So I have enough slack to plug in the unit. Like so, and then I will just double tape this. Alright, so everything is installed. You can see the screen from driver's side, and let me start the car before I start the setup process. So there you can see the low tire pressure warning coming in. So here we have the initial setup for the Scanguage3. Let me get a close-up look. Alright, so we are going to accept this warning. Let's go through the setup. Let's go to more and setup. So here you can select the color, the display you want. So it's, let's see, light blue. Maybe I just use default for now. And let's go to the vehicle, and the tank size is 23 gallons and the engine size is 4 liter, and it's a gas vehicle. So let's go to the unit, and the temperature is measured in Fahrenheit. The tire pressures and other pressures are measured in PSI. Distance in mile, currency in dollar, and volume is gallons, and I don't want liters per 100 kilometers. And this is the speed percentage. I'm gonna leave it as is, because even though with 285 70/17 with GPS I am pretty much seeing the exact match on the dash. I'm gonna leave it as is for now, and let it be like that. Full cutoff, auto, I'm not going to mess with those. And then let's see what's advanced. I'm not going to mess with any of those. So let's go back. So after you do the setup by selecting your colors and all that, and then your tank size, engine size, fuel type, unit, you go back home and click on more, go to X gauges and do an auto scan. So this is the place it will scan for all your sensors and give you tire pressure and all those X gauges. So you do a scan like this. It will take about a minute, not even minute, few seconds. So you're giving a little bit time, and it's scanning for all the gauges you have on your car. See how quick that is. So you get all these X gauges, so you can see the tire pressure, all 5 tires depending on the trim you have, how many sensors you have in the car, and then the temperature of these tires. So you select all and save. So right now you have all the X gauges for your specific car saved. Then you can go back home and go to gauges, and you will present with a display like this. If you have selected like 3 by 3, you have all 9. So what you have to do is you pick on one of the slots. Let me show you again. You go to gauges, you get a page like this. Let's say you want to select this one. You select on this, and then you can select which sensor you want to show, whether it's from the standard sensors that comes or any kind of trip sensors like average speed, fuel cost, all that, or the X gauges that you scanned. So let's say I want tire pressure 1 on this one, and you select it. You can see tire pressure 1 is there. I'm going to select tire pressure 2 on this one, and tire pressure 3, and let's say tire pressure 4 on this one, and tire pressure 5 on this one. Let's go down. Tire pressure 5. You select like this, so you can see all 5 tire pressures. Let's say you want to see your battery voltage on this one. You go to standards because battery voltage is on standard. You select that one. Let's see, I want to select this, something from the trip. Let's see, what do you want? Let's say I want to select today's MPG. Where's today's MPG? Alright, you select today's MPG. What else do we have on this trip? Coolant max today. So that's fun. And let's say RPM max today, so I can see what kind of fun my wife did today. Where's RPM max? Alright, RPM max today. So you can set up like this. So if you don't want 3 by 3 setup, you can hit this gear icon and you can select the layout for that particular page. And then these monitors you can set up like something like this. So you want if the max RPM, where's RPM max, select, you can give and monitoring sound alert for this one. If RPM max, let's say it is, you have to give in thousands. So if RPM max is 4000, it will give an alarm. Alright, so right now it's under 1000. Let's rev it. You can see the RPM alert like that. So it's a pretty fun tool. So you go back home and select X gauges. You have to dismiss this, and then so this is how you can set up. I have set the tire pressures on page 1. So I have all 5 tires on page 1. You can see the first tire is having 27.9 psi. So that is the reason I'm having this low tire pressure warning. and then you can see I have set up few other parameters on this page, so pretty nice to see all those parameters. So you can see the gear is changed to second and third. It's pretty nice to see all these gear changes. It's on fifth. And fifth. I'm at about 35 miles an hour and it's already on fifth gear. Pretty neat. And let's see, I'm slowing down to fourth. Still on fourth. Second, first. Alright, so hope you like this video. It's a really neat tool to show the tire pressures, in my case, that is needed to show on this 5th Gen 4Runner, and the other parameters are really cool and I like the graphics. I can see clearly from this angle as a driver, so it's a pretty neat tool. So hope this video helps and see you on the next video. Thanks for watching. See you next time.